Hello and welcome back, everybody. This is Dan, and you're joining me for the beginning of another run through Slay the Princess. If you didn't see the last number of episodes, it seems to be that I think you should go back at least episode 2 maybe, but definitely I say start with episode 1 because it seems to be that the runs, although I call them runs, they're I guess they're more loops, but they're cumulative. Yeah, so things happen and they carry over from one to another. So in the last one, we picked up, or from the last one, we picked up a new voice, the voice of the cold. And we have learned by a slip up of this current narrator that the princess's influence, and he insists that she is a princess, her influence is spreading, which is why the scenery is different. Things are different because her influence is spreading. So still don't know who has, I'm not going to say our best interest, but perhaps our less terrible interests to heart. But because the narrator just led us into a trap and just hoped that that would be the last loop because he didn't know any better. He didn't know that she knew, I guess, that we were coming. But he led us into a trap, and we no matter what he would have told us, we would have died, and we did, out of starvation and dehydration and just, natural course of person not eating or drinking because they're stuck in a void. So yeah, but he was insistent on that we don't take our own lives, which is kind of a thing. I don't know why he kind of like gave a half-hearted answer, but I don't know that I buy it at all. Yeah, and this, I used this before. It said explore, and that was ask a question. But I guess that's only asking a question if there are quotation marks. The before there was an explore, but it didn't have the quotation marks. So there's that. All right. Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
Suspiciously quick.
Yeah, seriously.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no.
Why, are you all different slightly?
Is that supposed to be a riddle? If it is, it's not very good.
I agree.
I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
Interesting. But why? Oh, I guess because we had made some mention of something that caused him to believe that we already told him in the previous one.
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
Because of the things that we've said, that makes him different.
I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
Oh, he's cold as in like cold-hearted.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Yeah, we have the ability. Us, the player. We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We may as well do it now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever.
That is a surprisingly good point.
Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them.
Unfortunately, I don't think there is any avoiding getting tangled up, because I feel like the moment we come into the consciousness, the existence, that is, we are already entangled in it.
On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
Alright, and explore. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option.
Then she finds a way out on her own.
Yes, she does. We know that from the very first run.
So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's gotta be better, right?
Only slightly?
No, it's strictly worse.
How so?
And why is that?
Thank you, Paranoid.
Because it's cowardly, for starters. And because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options.
Yeah, but if they're all going to be bad anyways, why exert effort? I think that's the point they're trying to make.
The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
Excuse me, but I don't know about that. We walked into a trap, and she knows that we're coming again. She's expecting us. It's gonna be another trap. And how are we gonna do anything right from there? The only way I know that we need to reset everything. We use that mirror again, reset everything. I'm pretty sure, or I don't know, I'm pretty sure that's what we need to do. Reset everything so she doesn't know that we're coming. Well, we can turn around and leave and get Contrarian back with us if we just can keep being contrary. We just keep going without. So let's do that.
I'm begging you, don't do this. You're going to damn everything to oblivion. You have to do something. You can't just walk away.
I think we can. We
Here
can.
we are, walking away despite your protestations.
I love that word, protestations.
There's got to be a crack in this world somewhere. If he's looking in at us, there has to be a way out.
I think he is us, though.
Ugh, fine. You walk down the path away from the cabin. Hope for all our sakes that you change your mind before it's too late.
Nope. Not at all.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting fuzzy.
Interesting. This is different now. Now we can't...
What's going on? Where are we?
Yeah, what is going on? This is way different than the first time.
I don't know. But it feels like home.
Is it the death again?
It's finally happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
Have we gone insane? The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. The entity. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. The vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. What? Back to chapter
You're on a
1?
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Did we restart back to square one?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
It seems like we're right at the beginning again. What? Right, yeah, because all these questions are the same as the last time. And her influence is no longer here, so it feels like her memory might be wiped too? Was that the end of everything? Okay. Well, maybe we'll ask if we get rewarded.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Alright, so maybe we'll be enthusiastic. Right. Sweet. I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la Revolution.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses.
Okay, I'm going to skip through the dialogue that we've seen already. I think that was Tab. Okay, so let's pick up the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay
I'm
the
going to tab
princess and
through. Okay. Oh, does it go just only through the...
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room
Okay,
below.
I'm going to skip forward. Okay. So she talks. Don't let it fool you as part of the manipulation. So let's not engage her, and we'll continue on, and we'll just quietly just off her.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Okay, I'm going to skip
There's
forward
a heavy
again.
chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
We're just going to go and do it. We're gonna steal her nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
The narrator is saying so. So right now we're just doing blind trust, even though I think it's still going to
loop.
loop.
Up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
True enough.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Probably a lot, but we're going to do it regardless.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
All right, let's slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
This is the end.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
I knew it. I knew it. It's going to loop regardless.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Well, she probably can't.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
No, because she's going to remember this. She's going to remember that we came to kill her from the last time. Yeah, of course not. That was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
There totally is.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Okay. Well, blind trust, right? You're right. She's dead. Let's just get out of here.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
Oh, now he's got a different tone in his voice now. Different tone in his voice.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
And also, why would touching her be bad? Why?
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Well, we kind of have. We have.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, let's get on with it. Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Until you
Only
die of old age.
A world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
What?
Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Mother. I knew I couldn't trust either of them. I knew I couldn't trust him. I knew I couldn't trust either of them.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I don't know about that. Why will we be happy in a place of nothingness? Wait, is this my prize? This is great. Thank you so much. Wait, is this my prize? This sucks. That's BS. Let me out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. You know what? Again, blind to go through, so we're to thinking.
I'm just happy that you're happy. I knew you'd like it.
Whatever.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like I said, blind trust.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
No, we are. Totally forever. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
He is just telling us that we are, but we're going with the blind trust run here. No, we're happy. I'm sure of it.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess.
Yeah, you're just a voice in my head right now. You're not actually physically me.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
He's trying to just, soothe us so that we stay here.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voice's pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Forever. Good ending, quote unquote. You did it.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
What? Okay, maybe I'm not happy. And I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
Uh-oh.
The blade.
Yep.
We can use the blade to get out of this.
Yep. Go back and get the blade.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He's right. It's the only way out.
It's the only way out.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
But, okay, now this is getting interesting. This is getting interesting here. Interesting. Last time, I had talked about the voice of the hero, and it was with us since the very beginning. And like the other voices, I guess, the other voices, everything else, the voice of the hero has reset. So the voice of the hero, having been reset, doesn't know that we can loop. But it's telling us to off ourselves because there are more things for us to do. As though it knows that we can loop. But how would that be? For it, this would be our first loop because it had, in all the other loops, it had never made mention of, like, even once having been able to say that it knew we could do that.
Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using that blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Yeah, exactly.
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
But why do you know that? Why? That's what I need to know. Why? Why do you know that? And if you know that, how come in any of the other runs you never made mention of it? Never said anything, never even hinted that you knew anything.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You'd better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die. Anything to get out of this heck. So maybe this choice determines what voice we get in the next run. But maybe this one is determination. So maybe we'll go for that.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world?
No.
An eternity of bliss? You ingrate.
Well, you have no concept of what happy is.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
And she's still...
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
If we checked her pulse, not that there would be a pulse right now, would she come back alive? Even though she's all bones. I mean, she is kind of a monster, right? A wraith? What was that? No, that was a different chapter. But man.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Like, look at us. Like, our hands and arms. What are we?
The end. Nice knowing you.
The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, so now, okay. Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Yeah, we've... Alright. So let's let him know that we know. So that he knows we know. You know?
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
You and this version of you and
If
us.
he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Wait, the voice of the cold is coming back? Oh, because we're cold-blooded, cold-hearted.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why would I listen? Why should I bother doing anything? Does she remember that we just went and killed her? Should we just do it again? Maybe we should. We just keep going down that path because, well, she's going to be ready for us, right? So we should just get to her before she gets to us, right? Let's ask first.
Those are two very different questions.
Oh, we've
but
heard this
fine,
before.
I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moved. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I mean, in a sense, but we did listen to him.
Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me.
Like I said.
Because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
I care about you.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Though they did.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Different worlds. We went over this.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
It doesn't matter. Everybody dies. That's what the princess was saying, and I think even did the narrator say that? I feel like he did.
It doesn't matter because we didn't fail to slay her, and if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Ooh, he's dangerous sounding.
Just stay focused, will you?
Alright. We don't need to talk about the princess. We'll just proceed to the cabin because she knows we're coming.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything. She won't be a problem.
She won't be a problem. Okay, who are you? Arya Stark now? She's ready for us, isn't she? And we don't have Paranoid with us, so he's not going to be able to keep our heart and lungs
The
going.
interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Yeah, the cabin is different. Like, this one has wallpaper in it, and like the doorway is almost ornamented.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Although not in this one. Alright. Let's take the blade. We'll just go and do this thing.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
And then we'll go in the basement. Mirror goes away as soon as we open the door.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent.
Silent?
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
Yeah, she's definitely here. She's setting up a trap.
I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
This time the hero is not as much of a pansy.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
So, Cold was right. We already did kill her.
Okay. She's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Oh, come on.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin.
For real?
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
She's a ghost. Look, she's even got the, X mark from where she got stabbed. And looks like her mouth is sewn shut?
Ghost!
Yeah. Thank you, hero.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Yeah, I knew she was gonna remember.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
Oh, jeez.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
I don't know, can you kill a ghost? Cold? We could wait and see how things play out, or we could just kill her again. Kill her again.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form.
Should have known
the
better.
The skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Should have known better. Now she's angry. Now she's angry.
You're adorable when you're confused.
Yeah, thank you, Cold. You know what? You just screwed us.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Okay, now she's gone crazy.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Slay the princess harder. You know what? I kind of feel like we should do that. And maybe she'll get even angrier and then she'll kill us and then we can get paranoid again.
This path is already worn by travel and has been seen by one of my many eyes. You cannot walk it again. Change your course.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what does she mean by that? One of her eyes. So when she's dead, she's connected to all the other ones, just like the entity, maybe? Oh, there's oh man, there's a lot of different things to say here. This one is this one is kind of telling you, stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. Or I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Of course I attacked you. You're supposed to end the world. That's why I killed you last time, too. Or you're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? What do you want from me? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas, though. I feel like I want to go with you threatened me last time. See if she remembers that.
Well, yeah. You brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
Now, which time is she thinking about? Because there's been many times. We brought the knife every time. We'll leave it at that and just return. That knife could have been for anything, although it was only for one thing. But we're going to go forward with that.
It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer. Especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
Okay, so maybe just that last time. Yeah, we died too. So...
You don't look dead, killer.
Well, maybe not this time, but we died before, previously.
Princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
Yeah, not in this reality.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
Yeah, so am I. I've been interested in that.
I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you?
Not really.
So, let me hitch a ride.
We can't come and go as we please. We're also seem to be bound and stuck here.
After all, you own me.
Uh-oh. Jump scare?
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
And the other voices.
Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Oh, that is an interesting thought. That is an interesting thought.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
I might. Alright, well, let's go through some of these options. What if I say no?
Then I won't hitch a ride.
Huh. So she's legit asking for permission? You won't hitch a ride if I say no, or you can't hitch a ride. That's a very good distinction.
I'm sure you'd like to know. It's a shame I won't tell you.
Okay.
But it'll be easier for both of us if you just let me in. And doesn't it sound nice?
Maybe for her, but it's crowded enough in here as is.
You won't have to feel guilty anymore. If you even do feel guilt.
That's trying to guilt trip.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body. That is a very dangerous train of thought.
Well, he's the cold, remember? And these questions here also kind of ask that, like, do we get to still be in control?
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long time.
Oh, I forgot to read that. Sorry, that was us asking her it would just be temporary and she would part ways with us once she left, but she's saying it might be forever.
Do you hear the way she said that? She knows more than she's letting on. Don't let her fool you into doing something you'll regret.
If I let you in, do I still get to be in control?
Sure. Why not?
What do you mean? That's not a yes or a no.
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
Nope.
I can't believe you're even entertaining her right now. I mean, just look at her. Do you think she has good intentions for her murderer's body? Of course she doesn't.
Well, you don't have good intentions for us either. You just wanted us to float around in the void of space forever and ever and ever. Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you'd end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
Perhaps, but I mean, we didn't kill you before and you tried to kill us.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She is right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Well, he doesn't want emotions to get the better of us because he's already emotionless. Alright, obviously it was wrong of me to believe that. How would you have ended the world if all it took to kill you was a knife to the heart? What are you going to do if I help you get out of here? And, well, were you going to end the world? You didn't answer my question. Do you want to end the world? I'm not cold. I'm just dumb. I'm just a big, dumb, stupid idiot. Stupid was I thinking, just believing what I was told. I mean, yeah, we did just kind of believe it. But in with one of the previous ones, I don't know if it's because we angered her, but she did say she wanted to see the world, like, basically tortured. Yeah, you didn't answer the question. Do you want to end the world?
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
Until you get out. You still didn't answer my question. Even if you don't want to end it, does letting you out of here mean the world is going to end?
It does.
Well, that's what you say.
We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise.
I promise.
The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
Maybe in this game, but there are certainly endings, and they loop. Well, were you going to end the world?
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
Damn it, she's not going to answer at all. Okay, what are you going to do if I help you get out of here?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt.
Yeah, us probably.
Maybe I'll haunt you.
Of course. Of course.
It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
When she no longer has it.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when that someone is dead.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
Yeah, she's got like this like little evil streak in her.
I don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
Alright, we'll just return back here. Dude. Alright. See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about in the woods. This already happened. We killed her.
Yes, obviously things are strange. Right now, I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened. But you have a job to finish. Finish How? We already did what you told us. And now she's a ghost.
And then we tried to kill her again, and we couldn't kill her because she's a ghost.
You haven't tried slaying her yet this time, though, have you?
Yeah, we did.
And then what? And then you'll have saved the world. I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option.
I don't think it is.
What do you mean, after? You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? Are you going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that.
Yeah, we did not.
I'm not going to lock you anywhere.
Well, that's what you're saying, but that was the idea and the intent all along, wasn't it?
What an interesting choice of emphasis.
Yeah, seriously, I'm not. Alright, I killed you. What are you doing not being dead?
I don't feel very dead. But I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me.
Mostly killed you.
Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers. Or any of the answers.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are? Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely.
In the sense that we're looping, yeah.
See, this is why I didn't want you to talk to her. Death is not just a concept, it is an extremely real phenomenon. Don't let her distort your reality. Cold, hard facts exist. The truth exists. It has to.
It has to. There's someone holding on to some dear reality. Your body is right there, though. Your dead body.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
So, we don't rewind time, and we don't... And the worlds that we hop into are not the same. Because we don't rewind time because she'd still be alive. And we don't hop into the same worlds because even the worlds themselves are different. The cabin is different. Sometimes the woods are different. And this one, she's already dead. But this version of us didn't kill her.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
Do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me.
Or perhaps both?
All I know is there's a hole in my chest. And not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper.
Yeah, so someone or something else had killed her in this world, this reality.
A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
So, man, there's so many of these. If you can go through the walls, can't you just leave on your own?
I wish that's how it worked. But this place won't let me go.
Is it like some temporal maze or something? You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you do? What can you even do to hurt me?
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's a ghost. Ghosts can't hurt us.
That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out. Who's to say, really?
I don't like the uncertainty here.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
don't know what to do or who to trust.
Yeah, same. Oh, I lost some of the other options here. Like the ones where it's saying, I'm sorry. If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you.
And if I knew you were going to murder me without even knowing who I was, I wouldn't have given you the chance.
That's fair. That's fair.
We all make mistakes.
Well, now we're in we're in the position we're in now. Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts?
She might be making it hard for us to kill her body, but those bones look very, very real. Maybe breaking them breaks her.
That's a good thought, Cold. Very good thought.
Or maybe burying them would put her to rest.
Huh. That's also a good thought, Hero.
Don't take any piece of her outside of this cabin. Maybe you should stop looking for loopholes and try harder to actually slay her.
But
we are trying.
yeah, we are. I had tried. What if I buried your bones outside? Or, okay, I've given it enough thought. Let's get you out of here. We're gonna... Well, either way, I guess it's against the narrator. But at this point, I don't know. I don't really want her to possess me. I kind of want to see what happens if we bring her bones out with us. Because she killed us on other occasions and tried to drag us out. And that didn't work out for her. But what if we, in effect, dragged her by carrying her bones?
Those are just bones. They aren't me. Bury them, destroy them, whatever. That dusty pile of death is just a reminder of what you've done. It's not a fix for anything.
What do you mean what we've done? This world, this timeline, we've done nothing. It was somebody else. She even says that this hole in her chest is older and deeper than what we gave her. So this isn't on us. Don't turn this on us. Oh, we can only let her possess us. Ugh, I didn't want that, but that's all we got. That's all we got.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Hunger, he says.
Thanks for the body, killer.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
See you soon. Yeah, because we're going to see her again, because she's just going to have us, I don't know, re-loop.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Can we get a do-over? Uh-oh, we're freezing? I thought she wanted the body.
It's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
And we're dead.
Get up. You've still got a job to do.
What?
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Oh, dude! She's now a voice inside of us now, too! And those two fight? Because the narrator was the one that wanted her dead.
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor? Are they also supposed to be you?
Shards of broken glass?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
Yeah? Go on. Finish the thought. What are you?
Yeah, what are you?
I'm a voice? I'm me, is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
Do you have to deal with this annoying bickering all the time?
Yes. Yes, I do.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
He was talking about the narrator.
Hopefully they'll all go away once we leave this place. I don't know how you can tolerate all of this noise.
Well, now you understand what we were going through.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
More important. Right.
So you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Okay, so he's got some influence there, and it's just barely there, which is why he never remembers anything from loop to loop, no matter whether or not everything's been reset.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
Really? How so?
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Oh, shut up. Stop trying to manipulate everyone.
Yeah, seriously.
Or don't, actually. It doesn't really matter. Because you won't be around to do this for much longer.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Yeah, he doesn't know. I can't think straight. There's too much noise.
Then don't think. Just move.
One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
I guess we'll just have to see what happens when we leave. But if I'm stuck in here, I'll be making some renovations. It's too crowded.
I have been saying we'll slay the princess, but what would happen if she were to make renovations? Like, would that remove the disembodied voices? Would that carry over to other runs if she were to remove them at this point after she's taken over our body? I don't know, but I've kind of already settled on slaying the princess.
Isn't that an interesting idea?
That means killing ourselves, right?
I hadn't even considered it as an option. Slaying her would slay you. Are you sure you're willing to do that? Of course we're sure. The decision has already been made.
Yeah, we literally just clicked on it.
All right then. Better this than ferrying her out of here.
What do you think you're doing?
Hear that? She's scared. No point wasting more time. Do it.
Just do it.
You lift the blade, then plunge it deep into your guts. Pain spreads quickly through your torso as you attempt to turn its edge up towards your heart.
No!
The princess, her spirit bound to your prison of flesh as she had once been bound to the basement's prison of stone, cries out in agony as you slice through organ and muscle. Your skin roils and bucks as she violently pushes against it from the inside. Bits of her seep through, white and glowing with ethereal light, but still the walls of your prison hold.
Is this really what you wanted? Do you hate me so much that you would kill yourself just to deny me freedom?
Well, not really. I had already intended on it. I told the YouTube viewers that I was going to do this, so I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go and do it.
Yes, he would, because he knows what's at stake, and he knows what will happen if you leave this place.
Actually, I don't, but I am interested in seeing what would happen if she were to leave the place.
I'm not so sure about all of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be modest. You're a hero.
No, we're not. We're just a puppet.
Do you think I'm just going to stick around while you die? Hell no, I'm leaving.
You can try if you want. But I think this is an end for all of us.
Out!
Keeping her in.
The princess's form continues struggling to pull itself out of you, but the effort is in vain. You collapse to your knees. Your vision blurs, then starts to fade. And then what happens? I think he's gone. Just like everything else.
And then we get picked up by the entity again.
Are we dead?
Kinda?
I don't know. I don't think so. This is different than it was last time.
Whoa. As the voices in your head debate amongst themselves, the form of the princess crawls from your body and into the vast nothing surrounding you.
Do you think we're done? Do you?
Whoa, she just got eaten up. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. Interesting. I mean, he's gonna forget anyways, right? Maybe we'd just be truthful to him.
I would have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
You approach the mirror. We gaze in. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Yeah, like these different experiences have made us grow. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete.
So she's still not complete yet.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
So each path that we go on completes more and more of her to make her more whole.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Dude, what? Are you the same being as you were? Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Okay, so she's grown. The more complete, she's more to her. But she's still the same. Or not organism, but entity. I think entity is the right word. Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for
I've
me.
noticed.
They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Well, that's not how that works,
The
really.
vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
So we bring her vessels. Those are parts of her. And that's what she's after, is just bringing more of her. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am. What I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
That's fair enough. That's like people. Like when you're a kid, you don't know what you want to do when you grow up, and as you get older, you're different, and you might have different interests, different perspective of who you are and what life has to give you or bring to you. And then but you can't know that as a child. So that's fair.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? Yeah, I think we're supposed to kill her, like the fully completed one at the end, right? Slay the princess?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? Oh, I didn't know that. We cannot do the same things as we've done before. So eventually we're going to have choices that are limited? Is that what it's saying? So that we have only one path forward to completion? Is that what it's saying?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Interesting. Okay, so there is a way to eventually see everything. Oh man, there's a lot here. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. I will transcend in due time, and there is no way forward but to contribute to my awakening.
She's saying it no so nonchalantly. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
Yeah, experiences, whether good or bad, make you who you are.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
Can attack the entity or destroy our own body. Huh. And there's two different ones. There's you've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. There's a thank you and why. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
True. True enough.
Do not worry. There are no wrong answers. And every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow.
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Interesting thought. So she's saying it's up to us because she doesn't know any better. So, but we don't know any better either. So it's not like we can make her happier do anything that she would like. We were just doing things. Like, especially me, I'm just doing things at this point. Right? Like, we could be pessimistic or optimistic, but I feel like if someone's being kind, being thank you. But what if I don't feel any sense of malice from her, and she was an entity that was didn't really have any sort of motivation or anything. So she was kind of like nothing. So I don't think she has any reason to hide or to manipulate us. I think for her it's just what is. So I think maybe we can thank her for being kind.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
All right, I guess we're ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Back to square one. The hero
You're
and
on
the
a
presence.
path in the woods.
Princess, sorry.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
All right, guys. We brought a version of the princess to the entity, and it feels like the game wants you to experience everything that it has. It had alluded to the idea that some paths get closed off because you've already seen it, which indicates to me that it wants us to go down through all the paths and experience everything that there is, and not just go through one path that you can just redo over and over and over again. Much like the other game that I had mentioned, Lake of Voices, you can go down the same path over and over. It was an experiential thing. This one seems to be much more structured. It has a plan in the background. It has a plan, and it doesn't want you to continue on doing the same thing over and over again. It wants you to experience more and see more, just like the entity. And at the end, we're going to go through everything, and I think we're going to have to make a final decision. But maybe all of these experiences will form what decision we make, just like how she doesn't know what she wants to do at the end because she isn't full. She hasn't experienced everything that she needs or wants to experience yet. So, and her not knowing who she will be in the future has not colored what her bias or what her desires are to be. Just, I don't know. It's really late for me, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm making coherent sense at this point. So I'm gonna call it a day here. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this slightly longer episode. I hope that you will come back for more, and I hope to see you there. Until then, everyone, bye.